Hello, good morning everyone. Welcome to Mathematics for Quarter 2, week number 8. Now, our most essential learning for this day. So at the end of the lesson, you should be able to give the place value and the value of the digit to the given number through hundreds. And you're going to read and write decimal numbers through hundreds. So let's have a recall the fraction to decimal. So you have 10 seconds. We're going to rename the fraction to decimal. Your timer starts now. Okay, time's up. Now, let's reveal the answer for number 1, 1/10. So this would be the answer. Number 2, so this would be the decimal form, 42 hundredths. And number 3, we have 3/10. Okay, for letter B, we're going to reverse the direction. You're going now to convert the decimal to fraction. So the decimal, you're going to write it to fractional form. Timer starts now. Okay, time's up. The correct answer for number 1 is 9/10 because we're going to write 9 as the numerator, and then we have the tens place value, so tens. And then for number 2 we have 300ths, and then for number 3 we have 61 hundredths. So that's all for our review. So let's proceed to our lesson for today. So this would be a lesson number 14, giving the place value and the value of the digit of the given number of decimal number through hundreds. So how to know the place value and the value of the digit of the given decimal number? So I have here 2 and 45 hundredths. So let's use the table. So this will be the place value, and we have ones and then a decimal point. Then start with the tens and then hundreds. Why is that we're going to start with the tens? Because in decimal, we'll start the counting of the place value in tens place, not in ones place. Take note of that. In decimal, start with the tens place, not in the ones place. But in the whole number, start with the ones, tens, hundreds, and going on. Now, let's place the digits. So we have 2 for ones place. This would be a whole number. And then we have 4 for tens place, and then 5 for the hundreds place. So the place value for 2 is ones, then the place value for 4 is tens, and the place value for 5 is hundreds. And then we're going to find the value of each digit. So the digit 2, the value is 2 because we have a whole number. And then for the digit 4, the value is 4 tenths. So for digit 5, we have 5 hundredths. So this would be the value for each digit. So let's have some example to further analyze this topic. Now, so determine the place value and the value of the underlying digit. So we have a decimal, place value, and the value. So for number 1, we have 24 hundredths. So we're going to write the place value. So the place value of 24 is in the hundreds place because we have tens and hundreds. How about the value? The value is this one. So 4 hundreds. So the place value is hundreds. So this would be 4 hundredths or 4 hundredths. Now for number 2, we have tens because 5 is in the tens place. And then for the value is 5 tenths. Then for number 3, the place value of 3 is ones because is in the whole number. So this would be ones, and then the value is 3 ones or 3. Now let's proceed to another example. You're going to write the place value of the underlined digit on your notebook. So let's try. So let's try the place value of the underlined digit. If number 1 is the underlined digit is 9, what would be the place value? So the place value is in the tens place. How about for number 2? If the underlined digit is 7, what would be the place value? The place value is in hundreds place because we have tens, hundreds place. And then how about 5? What would be the place value of 5? We have in the hundreds place also. So that's the process on how to find the place value of the decimal numbers. So now, okay, so let's write the underlined digit here, here, and here. Now let's find the value of the underlined digit in each number. So let's find the value. So what would be the value? So the underlined digit is 1. So the place value of 1 is in the tens place. So it's written in this form. Okay, so for number 2, so what would be the value for 9? It is in the tens place, so the value is the same. And then for number 3, we have 76 hundreds, so 6 is in the hundreds place, so the value is 0, 6 hundreds. Okay, so that's the process on how to find the value of the given decimal numbers. So it's your turn, grade 4 pupils. Now you're going to complete the table and write the place value and the value of the underlined digit in each number. So for number 1, you're going to, this would be the decimal number, place value, and the value. So write the place value and the value of each given number. You have 20 seconds. Your timer starts now. You have 2 minutes. Take your time to find the place value, and then after that you're going to find the value of the underlined digit. So for number 1, the underlined digit is 1. For number 2, the underlined digit is 9. For number 3, the underlined digit is 7. And for number 4, the underlined digit is 5. And for number 5, the underlined digit is 3. Then after that, after you get the place value, get the value. Okay, so you have 1 minute and 4 seconds. Okay, 50 seconds. 45. 40. 30, 10. Okay, time's up. So now let's reveal the answer. So for number 1, the place value for the underlined digit 1 is in the hundreds place. So the value is 1 hundredths. Then for number 2, the underlined digit is 9. So the place value is in the hundreds place also, and then the value is 9 hundredths. For number 3, the underlined digit is 7. So the place value is in the tens place. So the value is 7 tenths. And then for number 4, 1 and 25 hundredths. So 5 is the underlined digit. So the place value is hundreds, and the value now is 5 hundredths. And then for number 5, 2 and 3 tenths. So 3 is in a tens place, and then the value is 3 tenths. Now I hope you already know how to find the place value and the value of the given decimal numbers. So let's proceed to lesson number 15, reading and writing decimal numbers through hundreds. So when reading a decimal numbers, we're going to read it like a whole number, then say the place value of the last digit. So for example, we have 45 hundredths. So read this one as a whole number. So we are going to read this one as 45. And then the last, take note of that. So we're going to read this one as a whole number, 45. And then what would be the last place value, or the last the place value of the last digit? So this would be ones, this would be tens, and this would be hundreds. So the last digit is in the hundreds place. So we're going to combine the how to read the decimal, so as a whole number, so 45, and then the last digit place value is 100, so 45 hundreds. So this would be read as this would be 45 hundreds. So this would be 45 hundreds. 45 hundreds. So this would be 4500, not 75 hundreds. So take note, hyphenated all compound numbers from 21 through 91. So hyphenated, this would be the hyphenated form because it includes from 21 to 99. Okay, next. So let's have an example to further analyze this topic. So read the following decimal numbers and write then in the words. So we're going to read. So dito is 2 tenths. So we're going to write 2 tenths. Then for number for the next one we have 7, and then the place value is 100, 7 hundredths. And then for the next one we have 38, and then the last place value is hundreds, so we have 38 hundredths. And then for the last one we have a whole number, so we're going to include the whole number, so 2 and So the decimal number is read as and 54 hundredths. So take note of that. So in reading a decimal, so the decimal point read as and. So 2 and 40, 2 and 54 hundredths. So 2 and 54 hundredths. So number 2, write the following in decimal. So 7 tenths. So write 7. We're going to write 7. Okay, so decimal 7 tenths. For the next one, we have 4 hundredths. So 4 hundredths is in the form of 2 decimal places. 4 hundredths. And then for the third one, we have 16 hundredths. So we're going to write 16 hundredths. And then for the last one, 3 and 21 hundredths. So it includes a whole number because of the clue word and. So the answer would be 3 and is a decimal and 21 hundredths. So 21 hundredths. So that would be the process on how to write the given sentence to decimal number. Okay, so it's your turn. Grade 4 pupils, you're going to choose the letter of the correct answer. Number 1. You have 1 minute to answer. Your timer starts now. So number 1, 8 hundredths. Is it letter A or letter B? Number 2, 5 tenths, A or B? Number 3, 49 hundredths, A or B? Number 2, 11 hundredths. Is it letter A or letter B? And number 5, 3 and 15 hundredths. Is it letter A or letter B? You have 30 seconds left. Okay, you have 15 seconds. Okay, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Time's up. So let's reveal the answer. 800. So the correct answer would be letter A. Then for number 2, 5 tenths. Tenths is in the 1 digit of decimal. So this would be the answer because this would be in hundredths place because we have 2 decimal. Then 49 hundredths. So 49 hyphenated because it includes a 21 to 99. So hyphenated 49 hundredths. So 49 hundredths. Letter A. This would be 4 and 9 tenths. Then for number 4, 11 hundredths. 11 hundredths, letter A. And number 5, 3 and 15 hundredths. So 3. Correct also. 15. So 15. 15 is 1/5. So this would be the answer. So that's all. I hope you already know how to read and write the given decimal numbers up to hundredths place. So for your reminder, grade 4 pupils, we're going to answer page 30 and page 32 of your self-learning module. What's more, letter A and B. Okay, that's all for today. Thank you and God bless.